many of you have looked at your boyfriend or husband at one point or another and said, oh, you're acting like an idiot? He's not acting.
Andrew Grose is a man who's baffled by life and the opposite sex. Hi, I'm Veronica with WatchMojo.com, and today we're sitting down with this comedy veteran.
You know, you wouldn't know it just to listen to me talk right off the top there, folks, with, you know, the anger and the potty mouth, but I'm actually quite happy to be here.
Most of your acts involve relationships between men and women. Why do you think this is something that everyone can laugh at?
I think everybody is f***ed up. That's what I think.
So you make a lot of fun of your wife in most of your performances. Do you think that marriage life is your biggest inspiration?
Absolutely it is. Actually, my wife writes my act with me, so that's the reason we probably stick to her as a topic for the most part. But yeah, we're writing partners, and as I say, as your marriage progresses, so does your material, because you have children and they grow up and things happen, and it's always inspiration for new material. Married
Sex is like a beautiful book. That's what it is. It's a beautifully well-written book that you found as a single man. You fell in love with the story after reading it just once or twice, and now you could read that book. You took it home, cherish it, you could read it every night. And that's what Married Sex is, reading that beautiful book every night. It's the same book, though. You've read the book. It doesn't change much. It doesn't change at all. Well, sometimes it gets thicker, but it's the same story, basically. Single Sex is like a book, too. It's like a paperback with no cover. Hey, you picked it up somewhere, right, fellas? Who remembers, you know? It has no cover. You don't even know what you were hoping for romance, but it could easily be horror or tragedy. Right?
In your performances, you recount stories that have happened to you. Have these really happened to you, or do you really exaggerate?
Well, that's like asking a magician where the rabbit's hidden. They're real for the most part. They're embellished. I take artistic license with them.
Well, you know what? That story's not true. I wrote it for Just for Laughs 12 goddamn years ago. It's the only thing I'll do tonight that's a lie. It doesn't even make sense. Why would I be shopping with my wife?
So now, as a married man, we are looking to you for some advice. What's your words of wisdom to all the single men out there?
I'm not really sure how anyone meets women these days, to be perfectly honest with you, because I'll work in clubs and you know, in bars and that kind of thing. So I see single people milling around, but I don't know how they actually hook up. I'm told by late night TV they do it online, but that's all I know.
How many guys would consider their wife to be their very best friend?
And from a married man, what's your words of advice to get her into the mood?
For sex? We have to finish that sentence. What's the best way to get somebody in the mood for sex? I found after 18 years of marriage, just pay them. I think that's just, yeah, say sex now. I think it's funny that you didn't say sex.
Sex. What do you have prepared for the future in comedy?
Craft dinner.
The Canadian comedians, if we're being honest, we want to fly down to the States, we want to live in LA for like 5 years, have a successful sitcom, come back, get a cottage in Kelowna with internet. That'd be perfect.
Well, thank you for all that advice, and good luck with everything in the future.
Well, thank you so much.